Saint Cyriacus, Martyr, 303. Here beginneth the life of Saint Cyriacus, Martyr. Cyriacus was ordained deacon of Marcellus, the Pope, and was taken and brought to Maximian the Emperor, and was commanded that he and his fellows should delve the earth, and should bear it on their shoulders unto the place that he made. And there was Saint Saturninus, whom Cyriacus and Cyriacus helped for to bear. And after, Cyriacus was put in and closed in prison, and at the last was presented to for the provost. And as Apronianus led him, suddenly came a voice with light from heaven which said, Come ye blessed of my Father, etc. And then Apronianus believed, and made himself to be baptized, and came to the provost confessing Jesus Christ. To whom the provost said, Art not thou made Christian? Which answered, Alas! For I have lost my days. The provost answered, Truly now thou losest thy days, and commanded to smite off his head. And when Saturninus and Cyriacus would not make sacrifice, they were tormented with divers torments, and at the last were beheaded. And the daughter of Diocletian, named Artemisia, was tormented of the devil, and the devil cried within her and said, I shall not go out tofore that Cyriacus the deacon come. And then was Cyriacus brought to her, and then said the devil, If thou wilt that I issue and go out, give me a vessel where I may enter in. And then answered Cyriacus, Lo, here is my body, enter therein if thou mayst. And he said, Into thy vessel I may not enter, for it is signed and closed on all sides, but if thou cast me out here I shall make thee soon come into Babylon. And when he was constrained to go out, Artemisia cried and said, I see the God that Cyriacus preacheth. And when he had baptized her, and had grace of Diocletian and of Serena his wife, he dwelled and lived surely in a house that he gave him. Then came there a message from the king of Persia to Diocletian, praying him that he would send him Cyriacus, for his daughter was tormented of a devil. And then, by the prayers of Diocletian, Cyriacus went gladly with Largo and Smaragdo, with all things necessary in the ship, into Babylon. And when they came to the daughter, the devil cried to him through the mouth of the maiden, O Cyriacus, thou art weary of travel. And he said, I am not weary, but am governed over all by the help of God. And the devil said, Nevertheless, I have brought thee there as I would of thee. And Cyriacus said, Jesus Christ commandeth thee that thou go out. And then the devil issued out and said, O name terrible that constraineth me. And the maid was then made whole, and was baptized with father and mother, and much other people. And they offered to him many gifts, but he would take none, and abode there 45 days, fasting on bread and water, and at the last he came to Rome. And after 2 months Diocletian was dead, and Maximian succeeded to the empire, and was wroth with Artemisia his sister, and took Cyriacus and bound him with chains, and commanded to draw him before his chair. This Maximian may be called and said the son of Diocletian, because he succeeded him, and had his daughter to wife, which was called Valeriana. And after, he commanded to Carpasius his vicar, to constrain Cyriacus and his fellows to do sacrifice, or else slay them by divers torments. And he took Cyriacus, and threw pitch molten and burning hot on his head, and hung him in the torment named Aculi. And after, he did do smite off the head of Cyriacus, and also beheaded his fellows, about the year of our Lord 300. And Carpasius gat the house of Saint Cyriacus, and in despite of Christian men he made a bath in the same place where Cyriacus baptized, and there bathed, and made banquets and eating and drinking. And suddenly he with 19 fellows died there, and therefore the bath was closed up. And the Paynims began to dread and honor Christian men,